What's up, fellow Clashers? It's Apollyon here, bringing you the second week CWL Premier Playoff War recap between WHF2 and J-Off. And as you can see here, still a close victory, but not as close, 84-83, with both the stars and the total destruction going to WHF. Let's go ahead and do our war recap. It was a really tough war, and we'll take a look at just real quick the enemy J-Off's, their description and everything like that. There you go. If you guys don't know who they are, definitely a very good clan. We did run into them on a random spin a couple months ago, and they beat us pretty soundly, but fortunately we got the revenge on CWL where it really counted. And let's go ahead and jump into these attacks and war recap first. So before we do anything, we do the six-pack shout out to the 11 V10 dips, those that got the 6-star war, and then the Town Hall 9s. We did have a couple Town Hall 10s that had to dip and got a 6-pack, but I'm not showing 10 V9 dips and counting that as a 6-pack in the war, even though they got them. So good job to everybody on here, and let's go ahead and focus in on some of the cool attacks that we had during this war. First one we're going to look at is number 1, getting hit by Hex, doing a queen charge drag loon on this base. And I think their number 4 base was a lot tougher than their 1 through 3. The one thing I don't like about this base, or I do like it coming from an attacking standpoint but not from a defending standpoint, is that Eagle artillery is an extremely simple thing to get a hold of. It's very easily taken, as you'll see just here as he does a queen charge drag loon, using those loons and hounds to both get the clan castle and to also do some funneling for the defenses to make sure that the queen goes the way that she's supposed to go. We've got the hound already going down. The loon was already killed, and now it's time for her to do her walk. So let's speed this up because she's got a long way to go. So she's got to walk all the way around towards the 7 o'clock area into this base. Time is not really a factor to get the 2-star. But drop in those wall breakers to break into that 7 o'clock area. And you can see everything is pretty much cleared for her to walk in there. And then at this point, we can go ahead and do the funneling at 3 o'clock to make sure we can push those dragons straight up into the core to get that town hall. And the king, excuse me, will be able to do that portion of it. But we've got to wait till the Eagle artillery goes down, just because we don't want that firing on any of our troops. It's just not really worth it. But the queen is taking this out. There we go. So the clan castle is already taken care of. The Eagle artillery is already taken care of. And now we're dropping the king in there with some wizards behind to do some of the funneling, making sure that we can send those dragons in. There goes the wall breakers to go ahead and get them towards that core. Drop some bowlers right behind just to get a little bit more value. We'll pop the king in just a second. A little late on that king ability, but that's just fine. And it's all about getting these dragons into the core. The queen has already taken the enemy queen and friendly queen out at this point, and she's even doing some of the funneling in the core, so those dragons really just go straight towards there. We have a couple of stragglers of bowlers that are coming in, but they get that one building that's just incredibly important to push these dragons through the core. Queen's going to go down with too much defense, but it's already over. We've got dragons and loons and rage right next to the town hall. And if there was more time to this, probably would have gotten a higher percentage as well. The time was a factor just in getting a higher percentage, but not really in getting those 2 stars. So we've got 3 dragons still up with 64%, and I think they probably would have gotten a couple more percent if they had a few more seconds left. So really good way to start us off. Let's go to number 5 and check out our 11 v 10 dip, where we're going to do pretty much a mass hog or a go-ho attack on this base. And we've dropped our golem here at around 4 o'clock, 3:30, whatever. And then our second golem is going to be dropped around the 6 o'clock area with the warden right behind it. We've got wizards that are doing tons of the funneling work. Queen is stepping up doing some of the funneling work at 3 o'clock. But we've got to get in there and take care of these Inferno towers, or at least the Inferno tower and the clan castle, before we drop the hogs in. And the golem's going to take that jump, trigger the clan castle. We do have a poison that will be able to go down. There we go, to take care of that loon. Not a very good poison though, but I think the loon, yeah, the loon's going to just reroute back to the other group and stay in that poison. It was almost out of it, but it will finally go down. So we've got the enemy queen down, and we've got the one Inferno Tower along with the clan castle, and now we can start sending the hogs in, because there's really nothing to worry about. The cool thing about this is, look at the pathing to that second Inferno Tower, that last Inferno Tower, straight from that expo. They had it. If it wasn't already taken down by the bowlers and everything else, they would have had a straight shot there. And that's one of the tough things about a hog attack. We have 2 heals for these hogs. That hero hog tripping the outside of the base, and these guys tried to build a lot of anti-witch bases by putting bombs on the outside, which is another reason why this hog attack is so successful, besides it being a dip, of why it's easily crushed, because a lot of the bombs are on the outside, and that's just what happens when you put all the bombs on the outside. It's good for one defend, but very easy to come back and do a cleanup. So good hit there. Let's go down to number 13, and we will check out a 10v10 here of a mass miner attack. 30 miners, maybe we've got another 7 miners possibly in the clan castle. Not sure what he's using there. Gotta do a lot of different videos with these attacks. Not too much time, so didn't get a chance to review every single one of these attacks. But we've got Queen and Baby Dragon taking care of some of the funneling there. We want to push those miners through the core and make sure we can hold their hand and get them through the base. We've got the Queen with the healers behind it, so she's going to be able to take out a lot of these trash buildings along with those defenses. Still haven't dropped the miners yet. I think we need to get that clan castle triggered, unless we know that it's a hound and a loon. But we'll see what happens. We'll speed this up just a little bit. There goes the king, and we're dropping those miners in regardless. I think, yeah, there we go. Okay, so we'll use the poisons to take out that loon. Just a little late with the poisons. Still haven't dropped it in yet. Dropping it, getting both the loon and the queen, but the loon almost steps out of that poison, does another one. It's just like we just saw on the other attack, goes right back into there. Just a great situation. Lava Hound is going to do absolutely nothing to these miners whatsoever. And then we've got the queen sharing one of her healers with the miners as well. It comes back and focuses on the queen because it notices that the queen is going super down in health. Just really good, smart AI healers there. But we're pretty much done with this attack. We've got most of this base completely crushed. We've only got a couple point defenses and a couple splash defenses up already. I think at this point the queen would easily be able to take care of them all by herself, as long as she doesn't get caught up too much with the Lava Hound. We've got miners coming around the bend, and the queen is going to get stuck on that Lava Hound, so we'll just let the miners clean up everything else. And there we go, the queen lives through it anyway. And the bomb tower is the last thing to go down, so that is cool. Let's do number 14, and we'll watch another 10v10. Watching the bitch attack here. So we've got some golems, we've got witches, we've got bowlers, and we got a healer, but we're doing a queen walk on the north side, so from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and then we've got pretty much a witch attack on the 9 to 6 side. So a little variation of the witch slap from Town Hall 9 to Town Hall 10. I've done this attack on Town Hall 9 before. It works really well, especially when you have splash damage like that on the outside of wizard towers and stuff. It just makes a lot of sense. It's not using quite the healers for the witches though, so it's not really a witch slap. It's just a witch attack on the south side and a queen walk on the north side. So we've got the king and the bowlers coming into the core there, triggering that clan castle of Lava Hound and Loon, and they are easily taking care of that with a poison, also taking care of the enemy queen. And the enemy king is not down just yet, but finally the bowlers will get that down, and everything's going pretty well. We still got all of our healers on the queen. We still have at least a couple witches up there on the bottom side that are not worrying about any kind of splash damage, so those point defenses are just not fast enough to pick out those Larrys. More are created by the time it is there, so that's another thing you want to look for when you're doing one of these witch attacks, making sure there's no splash damages on the side where either a mortar, wizard tower, or possibly a bomb tower will be able to take out all of your skellies and then focus right on your witches before they can remake a new one. So let's fast forward this a little bit. Watch as the queen takes care of that lava hound, and then we'll go watch the witches, bowlers, and queen come in and take out the rest of that. So really nice hit there. And then our last one, since we just watched a semi type of witch attack, let's go down for our only Town Hall 9 v Town Hall 9. And we're going to watch the Witch Slap here by Silent Assassin, coming in at noon and 3 o'clock and doing a Witch Slap right out in the 2 o'clock area with the Golem. Need to take care of that Archer Tower at 1 o'clock and make sure we can drop the Golem where we want to. And the Golem will go ahead and focus on that. Take a little beating from that king, but we'll poison him, slow him down, and so much value from these witches. They will run into too many point defenses with all these Teslas, so it's not something that they're going to be able to even be healed through when they get too many point defenses on them, but that won't be for a little bit. We've already dropped the king, we've already dropped the queen, and the bowlers. They all will get into that core. Take care of that lava hound. We see a lot of lava hounds here in the clan castles, but the bowler sacrifices his life, or almost his life, to take care of that with a bomb on that corner. There it gets hit by a spring, making our way through the core. And at this point, that one witch up top is just about ready to get taken out. There we go. So the healers will switch back down to the queen and bowlers in the core, but we've got a very, very healthy set of witches and wizards down on the south portion at around 4 o'clock outside the base. And fortunately, once they get past this mortar, there's going to be no splash damage for them to even worry about. So they're going to be able to tank all the way for the rest of this base, which is good because they need to make their way all the way through. Bowlers and queen just basically banging through walls, trying to get through that bottom portion of the base. But everybody's going to do pretty much a shoehorn type of thing. That 180 does take out those last remaining healers, but again, it's about knowing your base. There's only one splash damage piece, and that is a mortar, but the queen is going to take out a lot of these point defenses in that cannon island, which you don't see every day as a cannon island. The Teslas and cannons are going to do nothing to those skellies, just not enough, but the one mortar is going to be kind of annoying. Want to pop that ability, get that queen into there at least to take out that cannon, because the cannon is the deadly part there that will focus on a witch and start taking them down one by one once those skellies are destroyed. Now that we've got that one mortar just about out of the way, and we still have 3 witches that are up, there we go, just hitting that giant bomb right in the corner. Guys, if you want to defend against a witch slap or really a witch attack, go ahead and throw your giant bomb with 2 little bombs right next to it, and that will take care of the witches right there in one hit. And you cannot heal, or you can heal through. I don't know if you can heal through it either, but you can't heal her through it. So that's one way to design against the witch slap or these witch type of attacks. Just the giant bomb itself, as you can see, did not do the deal. But great job to WHF2. Great job to everybody in the war. And we'll see if we can get some more videos to showcase some more of these hits. But really, really good. We're looking forward to the next one, I think in the semifinals next week, and we'll go ahead and post a recap on that one as well. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoy this. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. If you guys are enjoying this, and share it with your clanmates. I'm sure they'll enjoy it and benefit just like you do. And go ahead and take these strategies, get used to it, practice it, use those friendly challenges, get those 6-star clan wars, and practice those 3-star attacks.